Well, it's time for another flippin' episode. Welcome back. It's so great to be here.
Yeah.
Feels like a new day.
Like a new life.
Life is great. Maybe life's alright.
MLA.
Okay, well, maybe we should explain that.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
How did that start? Just making everything an acronym. We've been doing that. We did that all throughout Vietnam, but why did we start doing that?
I know the first one that I always used it, LIS, life is short. But I don't know if it started with that.
It had to have. I don't know how it started, but now we just... everything's an acronym.
I cannot talk normally anymore.
I can't. Because every time I say something to you, I'm thinking, what's the first letter of it?
Yeah. And now we just say a few letters and we understand each other. We don't even have to say the sentences anymore.
Maybe life's alright. MLA. Maybe life's amazing.
WAL.
What a life. I knew what it was.
So annoying.
It has to be so annoying for other people, but it is the funniest
so
joke to me. I think it's the funniest shit in the world.
Yeah,
oh my
never
God.
gets old.
It doesn't. NGO, never gets old. So, it was so amazing to travel Vietnam. We were in Vietnam for like almost 4 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Met up in Hanoi. We couldn't freaking escape Hanoi.
No.
We kept ending up back there. Don't get me wrong, it's great. Like, we had a great time there.
Yeah.
It was a great party. And the hostel was pretty cool. Rooftop bar. Had puppies.
It had puppies.
We loved the puppies.
What more do you need?
What more do you need? But, so chaotic.
Yeah.
It is. So, it's, for me, because I'm an island girl, I needed to get out. I forget. Like, do you like cities?
No.
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 I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, I'm an island girl as well.
Yeah, but we had to check it out, and it was still cool.
Yeah.
But, so I was there a few days before you.
Yeah.
Checked some things out, and then we went to... God, we went out your very first night there. You're a trooper. Holy crap. Because you got there.
Yeah.
We got you dinner, and then we went out.
And at first I couldn't find you, because we were supposed to meet up at the hostel. My phone died. So I asked reception what room you were in, and they told me.
Which is so bad.
Yeah. Like, goes your privacy. And I just knocked on the door.
That was the best thing ever, too, because I thought it was just, like, this random dude from my hostel that just forgot his key.
Yeah.
Or from my room. And then it was you. And that was the best ever. Yeah. I thought that you had fallen asleep, and that's why I hadn't heard from you. But it's because your phone wasn't working.
I was trying. It was
broken
a big mess.
phone number 1.
Yeah. Oh.
How many times have you broken your phone?
3 times. I had to get a new screen 3 times. And like the first time...
And that's just since I saw you last, which was...
Yeah, it was 3 times in 1 month. But the first time it happened, I was like, oh, this is so much cheaper than in the Netherlands. But now that I've had it fixed for 3 times, it's more expensive than getting it fixed once in the Netherlands. So that's a bit annoying.
That reminds me of when we were on the karaoke bus, and you said, everybody said Vietnam is so cheap, but it's flipping expensive. I spent 1 million dong in a day.
Oh.
You had to, there's no way you, how did you possibly spend that in a day? There's
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think you got robbed.
I think so too, but I
There's
don't
no
know when.
explanation, there's no way.
Yeah. It was just gone. And I bought a few drinks and stuff.
I was with you all day. We bought the same things. How?
I have no idea how that happens.
But, so Vietnam, first we went to Cat Ba, Ha Long Bay Cruise.
Yeah.
You were also feeling ill.
Yeah, that was not a great start.
No, but I was trying to do a workout in the room, and that was so fun. You were serenading me. You were singing. We could not resist some ABBA. No. And then, what did you say? You're like, I'm going to bed. But it's happy hour, and they're playing Mamma Mia.
Yeah, we could hear the music from the rooftop.
Who said, if they play Mamma Mia, I have to go get a pina colada?
Yeah, they played them 3 times. And I was like,
Maybe next one.
I have to go, but I should really sleep.
And the guy with our, we walked in and none of the light switches or there's no electricity in our room. But for some reason, neither of us did anything about it. We just walked around with our flashlights. And then the guy came in and followed us in there.
Yeah.
Which he had already watched us struggle with the elevator for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Felt like he was just watching us
And laughing
fail.
at us.
Yeah, laughing at us. But we were laughing at us too, so it was okay.
Yeah.
But so he fixed things, and that's so weird that there was a panel box that anyone could have access to.
Yeah.
And there were different light switches for different outlets and stuff.
Yeah.
Used it to your advantage later.
What a nightmare.
Oh, that was kind of a nightmare. Okay, so that night, we had a couple people in our room that don't know dorm etiquette. Playing videos out loud on their phone at full volume.
Yeah.
Speaking, even though all the lights are off and everybody is in their beds. Yeah.
Speaking loudly.
Yeah. Not using deodorant. That was also rude.
Yeah.
Because assault to the nose. But yeah, anyway, there were fans in the beds, but they were so loud.
So loud. Like the guy in the bed next to me, he had his fan on like the highest level the whole night. And it really felt like I was on a plane and it was taking off. Because my bed was shaking. That's how loud it was. And I'm not overreacting. Because I'm used to,
I'm not
sleeping in
I'm
hostels.
not being overdramatic, and I'm not doing too much.
But this was insane. I couldn't sleep. So, do I need to tell what happened?
You have to tell the story.
I'm so ashamed.
I'm so ashamed. It's genius.
Okay, so I went to... Because I think I knew he wasn't sleeping yet, but I just didn't want to talk to them. I didn't want to ask him politely to just turn off the fan. I just was scared to ask him. So what I did, I thought that was my best option. I don't know why. Looking back, it wasn't. So I went to reception, and I asked the guy at the reception which of the 10 switches in the room were for the fans only. And so he didn't understand me, and he wanted to walk with me to the room, but everyone was sleeping, so I was like, oh, no, thank you. I'll figure it out. And so I went back to the room. I turned off all the switches because I thought one of them must be the fans.
One by one.
Yeah, and then, yeah. And then I heard the fans switching off, and I was like, oh, finally some peace. Peace and quiet. But apparently, I turned the whole power off.
because
Flipping egg.
I forget which happened first, your conversation with me or your conversation with him.
I think
it was
the one with him.
Yeah.
Because the guy with the fan on full speed, not anymore, he said, did you just turn off the fan? I was like, yeah. And he was like, why? So I said, it's so loud, I cannot sleep. And he said, but I need my fan. And I said, I don't think so.
No, he said, it's going to get too hot in here. He said, well, I opened the window. He said, I don't think that's going to be enough. He said, you open the window. And he said, it's going to get too hot in here. He said, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I guess it.
Yeah. But then, so I was like, yeah.
So then he was just like, okay, and it was just awkward, and you both went to bed. But then I texted Minke from the top bunk, and I was like,
Did you just turn off the power?
My phone won't charge. You have to go turn it back on. The walk of shame.
The walk of shame.
Because it was a big dorm, too. To walk all the way across
so
that room.
spacey. I had to walk 100 meters back to the switches to
Just
turn
to
everything
test him
on. There goes the fan again. So I just chilled in the lobby all night because I just couldn't sleep.
Curled up with a moldy blanket in the lobby.
Yeah.
I smelled that blanket the next day. It smelled musty. I tried to take a nap in the lobby myself. It was bad.
Oh, it was my only option. I could not, but it gave me a headache.
Yeah.
A fan. So I just sat outside, chilled in the lobby, sat outside. That was my night. I think it was one of the first nights. So I felt horrible next day.
Yeah, you didn't sleep at all.
No.
And then we had to get on this all-day boat tour to Ha Long Bay,
Yeah.
which was amazing and beautiful.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Kind of cloudy,
Yeah.
but
So incredible.
yeah, I just remember thinking, this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life with my eyes. But I kept thinking that over and over and over again in Vietnam.
True.
Actually, this whole trip, like Southeast Asia is just
good.
like breathtakingly beautiful.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't, because I feel like Vietnam is a lesser known destination. Like people don't think of it so
Yeah.
much back home. So when
Yeah.
I said I was going there, people were like, well, why? And I was like, do you even know Vietnam?
Know her?
Do you even know her? Clearly, they haven't been to Ha Long Bay. And we met some cool people there too.
Yeah.
Wait, that's where we met Maxime and Maxina.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we kept, two girls that we kept running into again and again and again throughout Vietnam. But that was fun.
That was so fun.
So, Ha Long Bay, that was amazing. Oh, I love that hostel that we went to. It was such good vibes with the puppies when we were on Kappa.
Yeah, when we had dinner.
Yeah,
that was
but
beautiful.
then I was like, oh wow, I was thinking about how good this food is, and then I look and I watch a puppy walk out of the kitchen. I was like, I wish I didn't see that. I'm really glad I got my food first. Things just don't apply.
Asia.
Yeah, welcome to Southeast Asia. But so then we had to go back to Hanoi. Were we only there for a few hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few hours of chaos though. I remember that day being so chaotic because we couldn't go to. None of the ATMs would work.
Oh,
That is the story of my life. This whole trip.
Yeah.
I feel like I spend a ridiculous amount of time just walking around an entire city looking for an ATM that will work for me.
Yeah.
And then the worst is when you try one, doesn't work for you. Somebody else goes in there, walks out with a wad of cash.
Yeah. How?
Flippin' heck. Life's so unfair.
Flippin' heck.
So, but then one of the highlights of the whole travel, really, Ha Giang Loop. Ha Giang freaking Loop. If you're traveling in Southeast Asia, you'll hear about it nonstop.
Yeah.
But before I got here, I hadn't. And it's a 4-day extreme motorbike loop, according to the T-shirt.
Super dangerous.
The Ha Giang Loop. It is super dangerous. People die all the freaking time. And the fact that they'll just like let anybody sign up and they're like, okay, if you've never driven a motorbike before, go outside for your 2-minute lesson. And they don't even like actually advise you. They're just like, yep, this one's go, this one's stop. Here's a helmet if you want it. You don't have to wear it, but if you want it. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But I had no desire to drive myself through.
No,
It's
same.
literally like the most dangerous thing you can do.
Yeah. I'm always been in my own world, so I just wanted to sit on the back and relax and look around.
Oh, I don't regret it for a minute. So we did Easy Riders, which is when somebody who has done this before and knows what they're doing and is local to the area drives you around for 3 days. You're a passenger princess in the most beautiful place on the back of a motorbike.
What a dream.
What a dream. Pure magic.
What a dream.
Life doesn't get better than
on the
that.
back smiling the whole time.
Yeah, seriously. I wish that I could go back to that first, like, hour or two of the Ha Giang Loop again, because I just, like, my cheeks hurt even just thinking about it. Because we got off at the first stop. And, like, yes, so it's 3 days.
Yeah, we did.
Was it 3 days? Yeah, we did the 3 day. Never mind, it's 3 days. But you get off and on so much that, like, yes, you're on the bike for a few hours every day, but it's really manageable. And it's so fun.
Yeah.
But seriously, we got off at the first stop and everybody was just like wide eyes, smiling ear to ear. It was so fun. We're all just like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I cannot believe it's real.
Amazing.
I cannot believe it's real.
So amazing.
The first night we were at a homestay that was pretty moldy on the ceiling.
Yeah, it was
and the beds were so hard that seriously we were like pounding on them, and it was so loud.
Yeah.
It was funny.
You needed that helmet.
I needed the helmet for bed.
Flipping heck.
I should have.
That was dangerous stuff.
sleeping there was
Like a coffin.
dangerous. It was. Yeah. And the ceilings were so low too. Like in the bathroom, I remember I was hovering.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
5'5".
Yeah.
I don't know how the 6-foot legends do it. The tall kings. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so then that was so fun. And so the thing about it is, like, at night, all the different, you're in so many different groups. Like, there's hundreds of people in the morning. It was pure chaos.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. And the way there, you take this night bus, and they dropped us off at some random place in the middle of the night.
Goodness.
And it was so crazy because they're, like, trying to shift you around and shoving you. The last place you want to be is the very back row of the bus,
Yeah.
because it's just 4 or 5 beds, but it's just one big bed, and so
One
you're
big
just
chair.
Yeah, it's just one big chair, so it's 5 strangers squeezed next to each other for
Yeah.
hours, and they have no room to move. Like, I think they all ended up spooning each other.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing they all have a good spirit. But we were laughing so hard.
my goodness,
But that
that
guy
was
tried to
dramatic.
move each and every one of us back there.
Yeah.
I put my eye mask on to pretend that I was asleep. I was like, it's not happening.
so funny.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then
Oh my goodness. And then you would.
Minka tried to eat. Minka
I brought some snacks from the bus.
and by snacks,
I
she
was
means
prepared.
spring rolls.
Okay, yeah.
Fried spring rolls with sauce and everything. And he goes, no, like waiting in front of his nose, like, too stinky.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so
I
we're
have
gonna have to
tonsillitis.
just... Not anymore. The chips scraped the pus off the back of your throat.
There's still some pus right here.
Damn it!
Dang it.
Flippin'
It takes way too long.
Way too long. You get tonsillitis like nobody else I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. I
Why
get
do you
it.
always have
3
tonsillitis?
or 4 times a year?
Do you have... You should just get them taken out.
Yeah, I know. I never have the time.
You're always on the move.
But I'm gonna do it after the summer.
Mm.
I'm busy this summer, probably. Don't know with what, but I'll be busy. It's summer.
I don't have any plans
It's
yet.
summer.
but
I
it's
don't want to
summer.
be recovering.
No. No.
No, I don't think so.
So, where were we? Hajong Loop. So, yeah, so during the day... Oh, yeah, so we get there in the middle of the night, and they just drop us off on the side of the road at this place that really, really, really does not look like a hostel.
Mm-mm.
And we're like, why did everybody tell us to go with this tour company? And somehow it all worked out. And we just got placed in these random beds at like 3, 4 a.m. We slept for a few hours, and then we're, again, standing on the side of the road waiting to figure shit out. And then, okay, so how many people were staying? There had to have been like 30 people sleeping at this hostel. And I think it was like the second location of the hostel. So basically just a ton of beds.
Yeah.
And that's really all it was.
And then in the middle of the night, they moved some people of our group to a different one as well, because they didn't have enough space.
Yeah.
It was so messy.
It was, and the thing was, like, for me, we all signed up for this. You know how many people are coming. Surely you knew there weren't enough beds before you dropped all of us off here.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bizarre. And the fact of the matter is, like, you can sign up to do the Hajong Loop any day of the week. So they have new groups leaving every single day.
Yeah.
And somehow it's still a flippin' mess.
Yeah.
But it's Southeast Asia, so everything always works
Yeah.
out. Like, you always end
Yeah.
up exactly where you're supposed to be. You just have to trust. Like, you have
Everything is chaotic.
you have no control, but
You just know you'll survive.
well, you don't know that. But,
Okay, true.
but you hope.
No, everything is chaotic,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it always works out.
Yeah, when it's 2 a.m. and you're in rural Vietnam, squatting behind a dumpster to pee on the side of the highway, you don't know if you're gonna live, but
You don't know.
you're just
But
glad that
fingers
you had a
crossed.
toilet.
You're just glad you don't have a stomachache anymore.
Yeah, you're just glad you finally got to pee.
Yeah.
And the best part was on this night bus, like, we kept making so many stops, and they were picking up, like, cargo.
Yeah.
I think there was livestock.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the correct term is, but there were animals in cages
Yeah, there
getting
were
put on the roof of the
pigs
bus.
and everything. They picked up everything from the side. Yeah.
Like, surely there's not another bus that you could be doing this on. But their logic is, yep, this vehicle is going to Hajong, so,
My
and these
goodness.
things need to go to Hajong. So funny, but there were so many stops, and that's why it took us forever. Like, I think if we went straight there, it would be hours
1
shorter. But they think, nah, everyone here is sleeping, don't worry about it.
Well, I wasn't sleeping, and then
Of course
I
not.
had my curtain closed. I was just listening to music because I cannot sleep on, like, buses and stuff. And so I
You took
heard
so
this.
many sleeper buses.
Yeah.
You didn't sleep at all?
I slept on a few, but not on the first few ones because I just I couldn't.
Yeah.
Too chaotic.
That's fair.
And then
Fearing for your
scared
life.
for my life. And so I heard this really loud noise, like something was scraping the bus, like the side of the bus. So I opened the window, and there's all these Vietnamese men just like putting cages on top of the bus. And I think I don't know if those were the ones with the animals, but they put all kinds of stuff in there. Flipping insane. And I was looking around because this is my first time in Asia. So I thought, what the flip is going on? What are they doing to this bus? So I was looking around like, is anyone else seeing this? And everyone was asleep. So I was looking around in shock, and everyone was just sleeping like a baby. And I was like, how?
That is so typical. Oh, I forgot that before we even got on the sleeper bus, there wasn't enough room on the first 2 sleeper buses, which again, you knew how many people were.
Yeah,
and we all piled into that one van. There had to have, I think it was at least like 20 of us in that van.
Yeah.
And I'm not exaggerating, I counted.
Yeah.
I have video proof.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But, oh my god, that was
In a
so
minivan.
funny. And then eventually we all ended up on the sleeper bus. But yeah, so then in the morning, waiting for breakfast, oh my god, nobody knew. Obviously, there was no breakfast at this place. It was like we went into an old abandoned building and there happened to be beds in there. That's actually what it felt like.
Yeah.
And then there's like just 3 guys on motorbikes. No t-shirt, no uniform, nothing. Pull up and they're like, breakfast.
Come with us.
And we're like, but where, who are you? Where are you taking us? Are you just, like, are you associated with this tour company? And then I didn't want to be one of the first people on, but I went with the second group. Because I was like, okay, well, there's 30 of us and there's 3 of you.
Yeah.
Like, are you guys just going to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth? But then more people started coming.
I was in the first group. I was like,
you're
flip
just
it, man. I don't even care anymore at this
so
point.
hungry. I didn't actually care where they took us. I didn't care if it was with the tour company or not. But, yeah, and... So then, yeah, I got on with the second group because I was like, eh.
I'll wait it out.
I was gonna wait for a message from somebody that went in the first group to say like, yeah, we made it. But then I was like, no, I'm too hungry. I actually don't even care where they bring me. They said they're bringing me somewhere with breakfast.
Breakfast, okay.
Okay.
Vamos.
It was at that point. And then we were in the right place, but it was pure chaos.
Yeah, oh, it was so busy.
Pure chaos.
What a mess.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll have to explain to that guy later what we're doing. Maybe.
Maybe.
New
Maybe
person
not.
checked into our hostel dorm and we just kept recording. Like, no
It's
business.
mysterious.
It's mysterious.
It's nice.
Cool girls.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're too cool.
Well, cool.
We're not even wearing our
busy.
sunglasses.
We're working.
We're busy.
9
We're
to
working.
5.
I'm working
9 to 6.
remotely. People ask me what I'm doing. I'm working while I'm traveling.
Yeah.
I can make anything an excuse to be working. Yesterday, somehow we manipulated taking a nap to be working. It's a power nap. That's where I do all my creative thinking, my dreams. I'm in women's empowerment. That's empowering women to allow yourself to rest.
Empowering nap.
Empowering nap.
That's work. It's
Yeah.
hard work.
My hourly rate. It actually should have been time and a half.
Yeah.
That's do all my best work while I'm sleeping. So, that was a side tangent. But at night was super fun because there's a big family dinner and happy water, which is what you drink on the Hajang Loop, and you don't know what it is, but it's local made liqueur.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's strong and sometimes it's not, but it
Yeah.
always tastes really strong.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
But there was karaoke every night. That's one thing about Vietnam. Karaoke every fucking
I miss Vietnam just for the karaoke. I love it so much. It was everywhere.
I miss it.
You would hear you would hear such a loud noise through like the whole main street. And
Yeah.
you'd think, oh, what a great party. Let's go check where it is.
Yeah.
And then we'd just be walking, and it would just be one grandma on her couch in the living room singing a song.
In a dark room.
Doing
Or like that
karaoke.
one guy in Hanoi that literally just had like a big speaker on wheels and a microphone and he was just walking through the streets singing. They love it.
What a dream.
Yeah,
What a
seriously.
dream country.
We sang so much karaoke. I loved it there
Yeah.
for that reason.
Amazing.
But, so there was that first night. And then Hajang Loop was pretty cold, actually. I remember being pretty cold that first night, so I went to bed to go snuggle in the covers. Day 2, another great day. We went on a really cool hike that's so freaking dangerous.
Yeah.
I think someone died there a few days after we did it. Did you hear about that? Like, somebody climbed too high, because there's this ledge that people go out on to take a picture, and it's not an optical illusion. It actually is, like, you will fall to your death, but for some reason everyone does it, including us.
Yeah.
And it's pretty scary, but for some reason when you're backpacking, like,
Nothing is scary.
Yeah, your concept of mortality is skewed. Like, you just think, no, that will never happen. Like, whereas if I was at home, I might think, okay, no, you can die.
Yeah.
When I'm backpacking, it's really not like that. I just think, well, that's the thing that people do here, so that's what I'm going to do. Everyone goes out and takes a picture on that rock.
Well, if they don't die, I won't.
Yeah, exactly. But I think a few days after... Okay, I'll have to fact check this. But I think a few days after we left, somebody hiked too far, because you know how you weren't supposed to go past that point, but some people do?
Yeah.
I think some guy thought he was all big. And, like, it's all loose rock.
Yeah.
And the loose rock went down and...
Yeah, but I
someone.
think, it hit someone, and then I think it landed on his leg, and like a big rock, and he had to get it amputated. I think
there's so many stories of people getting really injured or dying on the Hajang Loop.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm so glad we didn't die, though.
We made it.
Yeah. But if I drove myself, I can't say that I wouldn't have. Survivors. Passenger princesses for 3 days, but we're survivors.
Yeah,
but so that hike was super beautiful, but again... we were walking there, and I think they said it's the thinnest road, the skinniest road in Vietnam. It's the most dangerous place to motorbike. It's on a cliffside, and it's gotta be 1 meter, maybe 2 meters. But I don't remember exactly what it was. But these guys were going on a motorbike up there with a huge freaking speaker and microphones, and they were doing karaoke up there on this ledge.
There are people sitting on the most dangerous ledge in the world, and then there's just someone in the background singing, "Why don't you come over,
Valerie?" And I remember sitting there thinking, this is living.
This is what I came to Vietnam for.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is amazing. What a main character moment for this girl. She's singing Val. And then now that I think about it, I'm like, that was freaking crazy. But just all the time, not even just Vietnam, but in Southeast Asia in general, I just think you could never, ever, ever do an activity like this in the States because somebody would sue you for even thinking about doing that. But somehow you don't die. Mm-hmm. Knock on wood. But yeah, so that was great. And then what else happened the second day? We were at a really nice homestay that day.
Yes,
it was
that was a paradise.
Nice. That was a freaking resort.
Yeah, it really was.
That was really nice.
So
and that was really fun. But that was the night that you had too much happy water and then
I
a
had like
soju.
a whole bottle of happy water because I was sharing it with this other Dutch girl, and we had a bottle of happy water and we finished it. We didn't feel anything, so we got another bottle, finished it, didn't feel anything.
And then 2 sips of a soju, and you said
2 sips of a soju, and I was like, yeah, this is the perfect level. Don't know how I got here, but I'm in.
Soju is such a trap.
Soju, man.
But so the last day though, it's so funny because everyone was so exhausted. But what were we doing? Like, what was so exhausting about it?
Yeah, just sitting on
the
day.
bike, yeah. Looking at beautiful things.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy too because you'll be driving and you'll see this like 2-year-old baby just sitting on the edge of a cliff. Yeah. Just hanging out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. These kids are so resilient.
Insane.
Yeah.
The things you see on the road.
You had the best last day ever though.
Yeah. So I had to go to I think it was the best view almost of the whole 3 days, and I was enjoying it as much as I could, but I really had to go to the toilet. I really had to pee, and we just didn't stop. We kept driving and driving, so I was still smiling because it was still beautiful, but deep down I was like, I could use a break. And so then after like an hour or so, we finally took a break, no toilets.
No toilets
on the
anywhere.
break.
And nowhere to
so-
even, like, shield so you could squat.
No, it was like, no.
No.
There was nowhere.
There was no option for that.
And so I saw this shed just like 50 meters down. And so I said to my driver, is that the toilet? And he was like, yeah. And so he got his motorbike and he was like, hop on the back. So I was like, oh, we're going to that shed. And then we come right back. And so, but then we drove past that shed and we drove all the way down. Like we went to the bottom of the mountain.
You were gone for so long.
We just kept driving, and I was like, I don't know where we're going, but I like it.
Just leaving the rest of the tea behind.
Yeah. And so we went to this local restaurant kind of thing, or market, I don't know what it was. And there was a toilet there, so I went, and so then there were these two Vietnamese men sitting there at a table having a cup of tea. They were just chilling. And so my driver, Kit.
Aww.
I miss him, man.
What a king.
What a king. So he just joined them at that table, and I came back from the toilet, and I was like, guess I'll join them as well. I don't know. So I sat down. They offered me tea. It was disgusting, but it was so sweet. And so we had a little tea party, and one of the Vietnamese guys just turned on the karaoke machine and just blasted some Vietnamese songs. I Shazammed them. Did some nice discoveries. It was such a good tea party. And then I think we were there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We were there for a long time. And then the break, like the group's break was over. So they drove.
We drove past,
Yeah.
and I've been wondering where the hell Minke is. And then all of a sudden, you're just on the side of the road waving. And they didn't even stop.
No, you
guys,
kept going.
Yeah, you guys must have had to catch up.
Yeah, we got up so fast because Kit was a speedy man. And so...
That's so fun, though. When they actually go super, super fast.
Yeah.
Because when my guy T, when we had to stop for petrol, and we were behind everybody, because my guy was the leader of the group, which was so fun and made me feel a lot better. Because I was like, okay, this guy obviously knows what he's doing.
I can trust him.
Yeah. So fine.
What a legend.
What a legend. What a king.
What a king.
But anyway, so my guy T, he sped up past everybody, and I that was the most main character moment of my whole life. I felt so cool. Like, my adrenaline junkie, so, like, that part of my heart was just... just every person we passed, I was like, please notice me. Please notice me. This is so cool. How cool I am.
Please film me.
Because every person's face was the same. They were like, jaw on the floor, because everybody else was already going fast. But that was fun. So that was the last day. That is so funny. That shit always happens to you.
Yeah.
Like, random things.
Yeah. It was so fun.
So we get back from the Ha Giang Loop. We go back to Hanoi. We were there for, 2 days maybe. And at that point, my bank account got hacked. Other shit was happening. And I just said, let's get the fuck out of the city.
Get the fuck out of
it
the
was
city.
time. We had to leave.
Yeah.
But there was this really cute little puppy named Cookie. It's like the size of your palm, literally. And there's all these backpacks piled up in the lobby. And I pulled mine off, put it on my back, and I watched this dog climb up to the top of the pile and start pissing all over someone's backpack. And it's like watching I don't even know. But you know something bad is happening. You feel like you should do something. But what are you gonna do?
What do you do?
The pee is flowing.
Yeah.
You're just watching it happen.
Too late anyways.
So bad.
Oh, what a nightmare.
What a mare.
But
at least it was a dog and not a person. Like our friend who's some drunk girl peed all over her, took a squat over her backpack. Oh, I'd be fuming.
That is so insane.
That is insane. That's like the nightmare of backpacking and hostel life that doesn't happen that much, but if it does, it would be enough to make you want to just go right home.
Yeah, because now every time I'm at like some kind of party hostel and my backpack is just laying on the floor, I put it just in a locker or just anywhere.
The rain cover on.
Yeah, the rain cover. Just in case someone pisses or pukes all over it.
Sleeps with it as
Isn't
a
that
body
crazy?
pillow. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. We're lucky. This hostel right now, the beds are really big, but sometimes they're really not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are really comfy as well.
Yeah, so comf. We're having
So
we're having such a blast.
What? The Black Pearl.
The Black Pearl.
I already know.
I don't know. So good.
Amazing.
It's not even moldy.
It's not. This is the cleanest one yet.
Cleanest one yet. The very last hostel of my whole trip. Cleanest one yet. That is sad. No, I've had a lot of really good hostels. Really clean. Like, they've been really impressive for the most part. Some absolute mares.
Yeah.
Some of them we stayed at in Vietnam. Like the one we slept on the couch.
Oh my goodness.
We're not there yet. Okay, so after Hanoi, for the very last time, we went to Ninh Binh.
Yeah.
Ninh
This is my favorite. I think, of course, Ha Sang Loop as well, but Ninh Binh was one of my favorite.
It was so good.
My favorite time.
I think it's because there's not that much to do there. Actually, no, we did a lot.
Yeah.
I was just exhausted the whole time that I didn't even remember.
We just went cycling and stuff. It was so fun.
But the hostel there,
Banana Tree.
free promo, Banana Tree Hostel,
Banana Tree.
so good.
So good.
Again, extended there multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the worst moment.
Oh, that's good. You forgot about it. It's no trauma.
No, remember? No. Oh my gosh. No, that was horrible. Okay, the worst moment. Now I have to say it.
Yeah. You got it.
But it was like a shared dorm, mixed dorm, and I was in the shower, and like I could not figure out how to lock the bathroom door all the way. It was kind of tricky, like you had to hold it just right. So anyway, so I got out of the shower, and I was air drying. I had my towel on my head,
A little silence.
and I'm just doing my thing, and a guy walks in, and he goes, "Oh my god!" So then anyway, that was horrible. That was horrible, because I was full naked, for sure. And I didn't know who it was, but I thought I maybe knew. I saw their shirt. But then I waited a few minutes, and I was like, this is actually so embarrassing. I don't know why, because it's like, okay, if somebody saw you naked on purpose, it's not embarrassing. But if somebody were to walk in on you for some reason, it's humiliating. But anyway, so Minke was sleeping. I woke up. I was like, Minke, you have to wake up right now. This is the worst thing ever just happened. You probably thought something was burning down to the ground.
Yeah, I really thought. I was so scared. I awoke. The worst thing ever just happened. I thought the building was on fire, or someone drowned.
Close enough.
Oh,
Basically,
basically.
my life was on fire because then it was happy hour, and I wasn't gonna skip happy hour, but I had to go out there, and I knew, it's crazy because I knew someone out there knew that they had seen me naked,
Yeah.
but I didn't know who they were. But I had a suspicion, and they were playing ping pong, so I just stayed away from the ping pong table.
Yeah.
That was so funny, actually. You have to be able to just laugh about that stuff, but I forgot about that. So Ninh Binh was the best place, though.
Yeah.
Because right across from our hostel was these 3 karaoke buses, and they don't move. They just stay parked there.
Yeah.
And it depended on the night. Like, there would always be one that was poppin', and the other 2 were dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was so good. We sang we sang What's Up so many times.
Yeah.
We sang so many songs. We closed it.
We were
I
the star of the show.
I can't believe when we got there, we were playing cards, hanging out with somebody, and they were like, "Oh yeah, the karaoke buses are shit." We literally went every single night and closed it out. We stayed
4 nights.
We stayed every night until closed when they had to kick everyone off the bus because they actually had to start driving the bus over to a parking lot. To the parking.
Oh my goodness.
We had so much fun. Proof that everything is just what you make it.
One of my favorite things in Vietnam.
Like, you can have fun. You can have the best night of your life in an empty bar.
Yeah,
We do all the time.
Yeah.
The best nights of our lives have been in empty bars.
That's our style.
That's our style. We have so much more room to breathe.
Yeah.
It's better that way.
Yeah. And we have time, we have time to sing.
Yeah.
There's no queue.
There's no queue.
There's no queue at the bar.
We can sing as many songs as we want.
What a dream.
What a dream. People have it all wrong. You have to bring your own vibes.
Karaoke, yeah.
You have to bring your own party.
Yeah.
And then you'll never worry about a place being dead.
Life of the party.
Because it'll just be fun. LOP.
You're true.
Life of... LOTP. Life of the party.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
What's your
karaoke.
name? Beautiful.
Karaoke Karaoke bus number 1.
That was bus number
Forever
1.
in my heart. Forever.
Bus 1.
That
Oh
was-
yeah, you
that
want to
was
get a
my
tattoo
favorite.
of the karaoke bus?
Yeah, I still do.
That would be a big tattoo.
Flo made a drawing in her
Yeah.
scrapbook, and I want to get a tattoo in there.
I love when you looked at me and said, I kind of want to get a tramp stamp. It's so taboo. I like it.
Isn't that fun?
Isn't that fun? It's so taboo. It is so taboo.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a reason
bring
things
it
are
back.
taboo, though. But I feel like if anyone could pull it off, it would be you. But I don't know if you want to get a tattoo of a bus.
Maybe not. No, I don't think so. Not
We'll
there.
see. Not there.
We'll
Maybe
see.
on the butt cheek, but
Yeah.
not a tramp stamp. No.
We'll see.
As
I'll
tats
see you
are
in the
funny,
moment
though.
when I'm at the shop. I'll
When you're
decide there.
That's just your style.
That's the way to go.
Your most recent tattoo. I said, "Oh, I like your new tattoo." She goes, "Thanks." My friend drew it for me, but I told her to do it with her eyes closed because it's more fun that way.
She
And
did
it is.
with her eyes closed.
I love
It's
that tattoo.
So pretty. So
It
I
is.
had to get it.
Yeah. She
It's
put all
so-
that work into it.
It didn't have any meaning before, but it has so many meanings now. It looks like so many things.
It does. It's perfect.
Wow.
What a dream.
What a dream. What a dream.
Life is perfect.
I like
So, Ninbin. We also did some sightseeing there, though. It was really cool. We went on a boat tour where they, like, paddle, and these people are crazy. They paddle for so long
Yeah.
that they will use their feet. I mean, we helped, too. Like, I
Yeah.
paddled almost the whole time.
Yeah, same.
But,
Because I felt too bad.
yeah. But that was really cool. Like, Ninbin was super great.
Yeah.
We had good food there. Banh mi.
We had the
banh
best
mi.
people as well. Banh mi.
Banh mi?
Banh you. Banh everyone.
And us. Banh everyone.
Banh her. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Me
Banh
too.
me. Banh her. Banh
me.
us.
Banh
Banh
you.
everyone. Anyway, banh mi is so good, though.
Yeah.
Except for now, you can't eat it.
Yeah, I have a trauma. Because it made me sick, I think, in Hoi An.
I think it was the other thing you ate. But you just want to
don't
believe
think
what you
so.
want to believe.
Yeah. 'Cause the banh
I don't
mi's-
think either were trustable, but we ate the exact same thing.
Yeah, true.
Except for, okay, if you're going to do banh mi, don't do tofu. Like, I know I tried to do tofu because I was scared of the meat, but it was so not good. It needs chicken or something.
I think I had the tofu one there, or the vegetable one, I think. I had the vegetable one, and it made me sick.
Food is the enemy,
It's
honestly.
tricky. It's so tricky.
It's so tricky. So yeah, then after Ninh went to Phang Nga, which is the adventure capital of Vietnam, and we started off the day by going to the duck stop, which is crazy. I never thought I wanted to hold a duck, or
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. Like
Walk
you
around
go
the field.
into
Quack,
you
quack.
get you get these jelly shoes, like these rubber
Oh,
shoes. You
so
go back,
disgusting.
so gross. There's duck poop everywhere, and you're just around all these ducks. Like I'm surprised more people don't get ill.
Yeah.
But so you're feeding them and all this stuff. It's so random. And then you have a meal after. But somebody told me, okay, I thought for sure there's no duck in anything. We ordered the veggie ones.
Yeah.
But somebody told me that you do eat duck. It's just like a joke when they say that there's not duck in it. It's a duck farm. And I was like, no, I thought it was a joke if someone says they did eat duck there.
We ate. No, we didn't.
No, because we ordered the vegetarian option.
Yeah.
We couldn't have.
No.
I hope not. That would be so fucked up.
It's
To
probably
just go play with all these ducks and then, yeah,
them.
sit down and have a meal of duck. I hope that wasn't the case. Make me sick.
Same.
Speaking of making me sick, not only 5 hours
Well,
later,
that
I was
did
on my
you dirty.
deathbed. My third round of food poisoning on this trip. Within 2 months. Food poisoning 3 times in 2 months. That was bad.
Flipping heck.
Because we were hanging out playing cards, and I was like, why am I so tired? I cannot stop yawning. And then I went up to bed, and I just could not get comfortable. And I know that feeling. And I thought, no, deny it. Just deny it. Just fall asleep. Sleep it off. Then I got up, and I threw up once. And I was like, okay, maybe it was a one-time thing. Went back to bed. Not even 5 minutes later. Booked it. So then, luckily, I was on the top bunk of an 8-bed dorm. Top bunk of an 8-bed dorm.
What a
That's
mare.
such a mare. 1 bathroom. So then, luckily, Minke was the lower bunk for me. Texted, asked you to switch. And then I was just like, no, I need to sleep on the bathroom floor. So I took my sorry ass downstairs. and asked the hostel people for a private room, and they were so nice.
They
really hooked me up. They didn't charge me for the dorm that night. They gave me a discount on the private room. They gave me water and tablets and their card and told me to just call them if I needed anything. And I slept on the bathroom floor, and it was perfect. And I was still ill the next day, so my angel friend Minke, that was so nice that you helped me. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I could have done that. That's like the hardest part about solo traveling is when you're sick. You have to take care of it. Like nobody else is going to fix it for you. Unless, of course, you have a super awesome friend who will. Or just people in hostels help each other out. Or the hostel itself. Like they helped me out so much. They gave me free rice and bread and hooked me up with a bungalow with a discount.
That was the best hostel to get sick in.
It was.
I wish I got sick there.
Well, except for the fact that they didn't have air conditioning.
Oh, that's not good.
And it was 35 degrees.
It was really hot out there.
Yeah. But there was air conditioning in the bungalows and in the rooms. It's just hard when you extend. So you have to check out for a few hours, and then you have nowhere to go. Which we know that song all too well.
Yeah. Sensuous-Key.
But that was so nice, that bungalow. So that was another situation. There were so many times we're like, oh yeah, we're going to record a podcast episode. And then one of us was just ill. Yeah. So I recovered from that. And then, luckily, what did you do that day?
Oh, I went to that cave with Maxime and Maxine.
Yeah. How was that?
It was really cool. We went on the zip line to the cave, and it was pretty long. And it was my first long zip line ever. So I was like, wow. It was nice. And then the group was really nice. It was just us three and then one of their friends and 2 other people. So it was only the 6 of us. And then we got these kayaks and just ours leaked. Wasn't good. It was perfect.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so we had to swim.
What a mare.
What a mare. But the cave was so pretty. It was so cool. And there was a kind of like a mud bath. Mm-hmm. So we took a dip in that one.
Bet you were glowing after.
Yeah. It was a good day.
Good day.
Yeah.
Perfect day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm so glad that you were still... that they were there.
Yeah.
And that you were still able to go do something fun. Because you're such a good friend. You wanted to stay back and be there for me. But also, I didn't want you to do that. But that's the nice thing about traveling with another solo traveler is that, like, we both know that we can take care of our own shit. And, like, you'd be fine alone, I'd be fine alone. Like, we know how to socialize, make friends. I don't feel obligated or responsible for your fun and vice versa, you know? Yeah. But, yeah, so that's good. So then Phang Na, I don't really have regrets because I know I really didn't want to do anything. But I'm kind of like, dang, I was in the adventure capital and I didn't do anything, like zipline or caves. But I just really could not be bothered. I was so... And it was so hot. So then we decided it was 11 o'clock, 11:30. And we asked the front desk, we were like, is there a bus that goes to Hoi An tonight? Is that where we went next? Yeah. And they're like, it leaves in 30 minutes. We said, oh yeah, okay, cool. We'll jump on
that one.
So we just jump on this. How long was that bus? Like 8 hours?
It was really long.
Yeah, we jump on this 8-hour bus. We'd sign up for 30 minutes before we get on. Of course, we're the last people on, running from getting snacks at the store.
Yeah, I got a takeaway pizza. It took way too long. Had to go to an ATM. What a mess.
We had so much to do.
I came running.
That was so... And we still thought we were going to have time for a dip in the pool. You brought your towel.
I brought my towel.
And the receptionist said, why are you bringing your towel? We're going to go for a dip.
Yeah,
like,
before you
we had no concept of time.
Half an hour.
But, so that bus ride was actually totally fine.
Yeah.
I slept most of it, and I was scared that I was going to still be ill. Mm-hmm. And that was going to be miserable.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
Yeah.
It was actually our best move because it was air conditioned.
Yeah.
And normally you'd want to take a long bus like that at night, but
during the day
I just wanted a good sleep.
Not do anything because it's just way too hot.
Yeah.
Outside. So the bus was perfect. Perfect plan. Mm-hmm.
And then we had to get in a taxi.
Yeah.
It didn't take us all the way there. And we met a girl and stupidly let the taxi driver drop us off first.
Yeah.
And she was okay. but he was creepy. And so, note to anybody else, never let that happen. Yeah.
I think I offered. I said,
Yeah.
like, can you take her first and then drop us off?
Yeah.
But he didn't want to.
But he was being so weird, and it
Yeah.
was really confusing and, like, language barrier that I think we all were just kind of like, okay, like, if that makes more sense. And
Yeah.
she said it was fine, but then in hindsight, it was like, sometimes it's okay to be a little bit of a bitch if you're concerned about safety. Like, it's so hard because you never want to be disrespectful, and you never want to offend anyone, but at the same time, sometimes as a woman traveling alone, you're just gonna have to.
Extra careful.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, their feelings can get hurt.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
they're a perfectly good person, but if they're not, then that's the reason that people get scared about solo travelers.
Yeah.
But she was fine. She was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then our hostel was great there. But I was still unwell, and I was so scared because my heart was beating so fast. I thought I was having a heart attack. I was just dehydrated.
That was so scary.
That was so scary. So I was still unwell for a few days. But Hoi An was still really nice. I mean, but in the daytime, it was so hot when we tried to go into the city.
The only thing we could do was just chill on the beach or by the pool.
That was so funny because we were so pissed off at life when we were in the middle of the hot city. Like, we were just, like, so irritated. We just had some weird, rude experiences. And then...
Bad food.
Yeah, and so we were like, flip this, honestly. So we went back to our hostel that was over by the beach, and then we went down to the beach, and all of a sudden, we were both like, life's amazing.
Life is so good, man.
Life is so good.
I love this
We're
weather.
so lucky
I love
to
this
be here.
country. Look at the sun. Look at this ocean. Wow.
All the
country.
sun. We just need a little bit of breeze. That's all.
I just needed to be in the sea, in the ocean,
I didn't get in the sea today.
and then I was just fine.
Yeah.
Always helps.
It helps it always makes me feel
Heals
better.
Everything, yeah.
Heals everything. The sea is the key.
Sea is key.
Did we just do
S-I-K?
something there? S-I-K? Sea is key?
Flipping heck.
Should we get a key
Should
with a
we?
wave in it? Tattoo idea.
Yep.
Done. Yeah, and Hoi An was great. Like, I think one of my favorite memories, too, was when we were downtown, or down by the river, and that's where all the beautiful lanterns are, and it was that 1 hour of no electricity that happens one time a year, that they all turn off their power or something, the whole city.
It's like Earth Hour or
And
something.
Yeah. And so everything was just lit by candles and lanterns, and it was so magic.
That was pure magic.
Pure magic. So magical.
Wow.
It was so lovely. That was really special.
That was so nice to just walk around.
And then we're sitting at the edge, and this girl, we see a boat come by, and it's this girl we met at our hostel in Phang Na.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Fancy seeing you there.
That's so funny when that stuff happens.
Yeah. The world's so small. It's crazy.
And then we ended up, that was the same night that we went to that secret party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a success.
I don't know if we should talk about that.
I think we should. I don't know.
Okay, so we had made some friends that were like, oh, we're going to this exclusive local party. And everyone was being so weird about it and hush-hush. And it felt like I was part of this, like, big drug deal. Like, everything was so secretive, and we were just along for the ride. And we get there, and we thought everybody that we'd been hanging out with all day was going to be there. Oh, I forgot to talk about the pool party. We'll go to that after.
Yeah.
And there's, like, 3 people we know.
Yeah.
But we're already out in the middle of nowhere. It's too late. So we decided we'll make the best of it.
I thought we were going to be the only tourists. But there were so many tourists.
It was only tourists. There were no locals.
And they had like a costume party as
Yeah,
well.
it was someone's birthday.
There were dolphins and mermaids and everything.
there
We
really
should have
were.
known.
We should have known. We would have dressed up.
Yeah.
But that was such a mare. And then that creepy dude. Oh, please talk about that dude. That would not leave you alone.
I don't remember his name. But
He doesn't remember yours either.
There was this older guy, and he said he was a DJ, and he said he played at the pool party that afternoon at our hostel, but I am completely sure I didn't see him there.
I'm so certain it was somebody else.
I don't know which hostel he played at, but it wasn't ours. And then he said that he played at that party on the beach as well. Also, don't really believe it, because he was
way
fucked up.
too messed up.
He was just sucking the balloons 24/7. And then he started just talking to me the whole time, and he was so messed up. He could barely sit up straight. And then, what did he say? He said so many
He
things.
couldn't sit up straight. He kept falling back.
Yeah.
And you were sitting on the sand, but yeah.
And he gave me his, what was it, like headphones? And he said, can you please look after these? Because these are really, really expensive. So I just sat right next to him with those headphones in my hand. And I was like, what do I do with this? Can you just hold them? Flipping heck. That was so weird. That whole night was so weird. What else did he say?
Well,
Yeah. It's funnier if you tell it.
it's your story. But I just cannot stop laughing when I think about it. That whole interaction. Like everything that you told me, I wrote it down. Okay, so what he was just so into Minke. He's like, I'm just so into you. I just like you so much. What did he even know about you?
Nothing at all.
You had been talking for an hour. You had to have asked your name 1,000 times.
Yeah.
He goes, I just like you so much. And you said, oh, what's my name? He goes, beautiful.
And I was like,
thought he really did something.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, yeah, what a charmer. And this guy, he's got to be like in his 40s.
Yeah, he was pretty old.
Oh, and also how he was like, I'm a really, really big DJ, like I'm a big deal, and he's showing you his Instagram DMs and calling like every famous person he knows, and
And
none
no
of
one
them
picks up. I was holding his phone. He was calling other famous DJs with like 1,000 followers, and no one picked up. That was so funny. Oh my
He's
goodness.
like saying he's this big deal. He also said that he had a wife or a girlfriend
he said he had a girlfriend and
or something.
And then he kept saying he liked me, and I was like, well, how would your girlfriend feel about this? And he was like, what girlfriend? And I'm like, where did she go? Where did she just go?
Yeah, because then our other friends there said that he had a wife.
Oh, he had a wife?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the wife asked them to have a threesome. But she's
But the
married to
wife
this
was
DJ
there?
guy. I don't know. Does the wife exist?
I didn't
Literally,
think so.
there's so many avenues.
Because he said, yeah, my girlfriend cheated on me and stuff, and he was mad about it or something. And then, I don't know, he just kept going from story to story.
Going and going and going. And
Yeah.
also, how he said, let me buy you or can I buy you a drink? And you said, no, I'm not drinking tonight, just water. And he goes, oh, well, can you buy me a drink? Like, that's not how this works.
What a move.
But honestly, like, that's so funny.
What a move.
What a move.
I'm going to use that one.
I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that.
Oh, you're not drinking? Well, can you buy me a drink?
Yeah. Oh, well, since you're saving so much money, can you buy me a drink? What a freaking fool.
Oh, my goodness.
And then to top it off, the very end, I'm sad because I feel like I'm missing stuff, and this was so funny. Because he was talking to you for so long, and I kept going over to check on you, and you're like, actually, it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it was really,
and he seemed
it
pretty
was so
harmless.
funny.
Like, not harmless. I think he could do a lot of harm. He did a lot of damage, but
Yeah.
because it was like this big public place and I had my eye on you, it was fine.
Yeah,
And you can hold your own, but it was entertaining. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of the guy in Ninbin that I was talking to for so long.
At the bar?
Yeah. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, that was a flippin' mare.
What a mare.
Oh my god.
So many mares.
So many nightmares, but so many daydreams.
But so much entertainment.
So much entertainment. Sometimes it's just for the entertainment.
Oh, yeah,
But
mostly.
the end of the conversation, as far as I remember you telling me, was him saying, I'm not like these other guys. I'm not like other guys. And you're like, oh, how? And he got up and ran away.
He gets up and just runs. He runs. And I haven't seen him. I didn't see him.
We never
after.
saw him again.
No.
He's not like other guys.
He's not.
He's
no.
really not.
No.
In all the worst ways. Oh god, that was so funny. So then we're trying to find a way home, and we knew, okay, so like the thing about Hoi An is you're told like you're not supposed to get on motorbikes or taxis or anything past a certain time at night because it's just not safe.
Mm-hmm.
Just not a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And we had no other option because we were in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And our other friends had gotten on the back of other people's bikes, but also, like, another thing was we didn't want to get on anybody's bikes that had been under the influence of anything.
Mm-mm.
Well, we somehow managed to get Oh, we also got our taxi driver's numbers from earlier in the day, and every single one we called, they just yelled at me in Vietnamese and hung up. And then we tried to get our friend, who's a local, to speak to him. That didn't go anywhere. So then we were like, okay, we're screwed. So then we see these other 3 guys come up on motorbikes, and they talk to the local girl we were friends with, and there was a miscommunication. We thought that they said, these are her friends, this is safe. What had been said was that they're friendly for being bad guys. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, I was actually so legitimately scared for my life. So we get on the back of these motorbikes, and everything in my gut is telling me, don't do it. But there was literally no other option, because walking home is also super dangerous. So, I mean, maybe that would have been even safer.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was no... We didn't know. And we had gone into the location in the city where we weren't even beachside anymore. So we were even further from everybody else. So then we take these motorbikes, and basically it was just not a good situation. And this is not at all a reflection on Vietnam or locals or that city or anything at all. Like, it's just the particular people, you know? So it was just such a mess. And, like, the guy, like, I remember this guy kept trying to touch my legs and saying, like, oh, is that your boy? Because we were with a guy friend of ours. And he was like, oh, is that your boyfriend? And I said, yep.
Yep, that's him.
If there's one thing I'm going to do, it's lie to strangers when I'm on when I'm traveling solo. Like, yes, if someone asks, is that your boyfriend or where's your boyfriend, you always say yes. Because for some reason, they respect a male more than a girl that just says no. So anyway, that didn't work. He said, no. So he's trying to go so fast to lose all of you guys. And luckily, we had that other guy that we had met that lives there that was staying with us, because otherwise we would have been screwed. That French guy? Mi amore. Oui.
That's amore.
Oui. That's amore.
Oui.
Yeah. And
Magnifique.
Magnifique. Yeah. So he stayed with us, and luckily... So, like, so they're weaving in and out of each other. We're getting so close. Like, I was so close to your bike that I could reach out and, like, grab the back of it if I wanted.
Oh,
it was so... Or maybe it was the other guys, because you had no idea we were in danger.
No, I had so much fun.
I was so scared. And, of course, no helmets. So dumb. Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that.
We were
but
driving
I've done it
fast
many
through
times.
the city.
It was so fast, and every time I said, hey, slow down, he would go faster.
Yeah.
And that is one of the most terrifying things. And I hate being out of control like that. And so, at this point, I didn't think we were going back to our hostel. I had no idea where we were going, but I thought we were getting driven to another city.
Flipping heck. I had no idea,
was so
man.
scary.
I was just smiling on the back of the bike.
But, yeah, so then we get off, and then immediately it's, like, flashlights in our purse, like, oh, let me help you. And it's like, I don't need help. And then we got so gypped. We paid so much money, but not as much money as the guy we were with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember how much it was, but it was.
It's like 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
In
got
dong.
dong. Yeah, so it's not that big of a loss, but he got really robbed. But again, I hesitate to tell this story. It's funny because it's like that's the worst thing we've ever done. That's the most danger we've ever gotten ourselves into, and it was really chaotic and really funny looking back at it because, like, of course we got ourselves into that.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, I hesitate to tell it because I don't want it to come across as, like, a reflection of Vietnam or locals or anything like that, because, like, Vietnam is a really beautiful, lovely country with really wonderful, kind locals and beautiful culture. And that's not, like, this isn't a reflection of that or what we think of it.
I think that's
it's
the
just
only time we felt
well,
the night
well,
was not great.
well, then there was that one
take
time.
it back.
Okay, so anyway, but, like, I think anywhere you go in the world, there will be something like that, where there's people that want to
no place is completely
get in
safe.
some mess. Yeah. So anyway, that's a cautionary tale. A funny one.
Yeah.
Maybe to us. Maybe my parents are gonna kill me if they hear
Yeah,
that.
I will never, ever tell them.
No, you can't.
They will never let me travel again.
No. It was bad. I remember when I got off, I was like, I need a hug. I was so shaken up. That was really scary.
Yeah.
But we're fine.
We're survivors, man.
We're survivors.
We're strong.
We won't give up. I respect us so much.
Yeah, I look up to us.
I look up to us. I want to be us.
Fucking legends.
We are us. We're so lucky. Imagine.
Girls.
We're such lucky girls to be us. The way that conversation just flipped. So anyway, Hoi An, after that we were pretty ready to get going. And we actually went back to Da Nang because there's a super, super, super cool bridge there. And I wish that we had more time.
And also, that's
We should've
also
spent
a
more time there,
place
but-
that a lot of people said that it's really shit and overrated.
And it was
But
not.
we went anyway, and it was so
It was
beautiful.
amazing. It was like Disney World, but in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And it's called Ba Na Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And we took a cable car. And we were the only ones in the cable car. Karaoke cable car. It was the best. It was pure magic.
Pure magic.
We had so much fun that day.
What's up?
Yeah, and then there was these dancer performers.
Oh,
and it
that
was a
was
whole
so
amusement
cool.
park. And it was like little France. Like,
Yeah.
I need to go to France now,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. Definitely worth it. I mean, I think just because when you talk to backpackers, anything that's over like $10, they say that's way too expensive.
Yeah.
So what was this
Overrated.
amusement park ticket? Maybe 30 euros?
Yeah, I think. I have
Maybe
no
35.
idea.
Come on now.
It was worth
Come
it.
on now.
It
I
was
paid
worth
so
it.
much more to get into so much more lame places than
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
I wish we had more time,
Yeah.
but we had to catch a night bus. Which,
Is that the one?
was that the one?
Yeah.
I think that was the worst
was the
nightmare
one.
of them all.
What
That was
flipping mare.
so bad. That was the worst nightmare of them all. It was.
That's
We were the
also-
only. It was like all locals except for this couple. Those two. Do you remember? It was
Yeah.
us and those two girls, and they had been there before, so we were like, okay. But then they got off before us, and then I was scared. But so I thought, because a lot of times if you take sleeper buses, they'll stop somewhere, you can get food, blah blah. But it was all. We weren't on one of the like tourist type ones. We thought we booked a VIP bus.
Yeah, yeah.
We booked the opposite of VIP. We were the least important people on that bus.
Yeah.
And the guy, it was all like locals. Like it seemed more like they all knew each other.
Yeah.
And everybody, I tell you, everyone was sick. There was a crying baby. There were people hacking up a lung, especially the guy making the announcements. I don't know what he was yelling, but he would yell out and then be like,
Yeah. So disgusting.
get something.
And,
And everywhere we stopped was so bad. Like there was no food. And we were so
No.
hungry. We hadn't eaten a real meal that day because also the free breakfast at our hotel that morning was so trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. I could not eat that.
and Minke was unwell. You got really sick in Hoi
I was
An.
pretty sick.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the pool party.
Oh wait, yeah.
Okay, back to Hoi An. Sorry, we're not
We're
not
not on
done
that bus yet.
Yeah, we're not on that
We'll
bus.
come back to
I'm not
that.
ready to relive that nightmare.
Same.
But the pool party was so fun because I was finally feeling better that day. Because the day before that, I was looking up hospitals. Like, I was so scared. Then I was okay. I just had some electrolyte drinks and figured it out. But I was really anxious. But then we had the pool party, and that was so much fun.
Yeah.
So they had Pool Olympics. And it was just like... At first, it was kind of like, okay, some pool party, like there's no one here. But then it was legendary.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was a relay where you have to like jump into a floaty and swim to the other end of the pool and back, and then it's a relay tag team, and then and then what was the next one? Flip cup.
I don't know.
Flip cup?
I didn't join any of
Oh
them.
yeah, you didn't play. You were just there for the vibes.
I signed up, and then I was like, I don't even want to do this. Why did I sign up? And I just didn't show up, and they never called my name. So
You were
I was
there,
I was just
but-
chilling by the pool
Yeah.
with my drink, my pina colada.
But before that, we were just sitting there, floating around on these floaties, and that's where MLA was born. Because that's when I said, maybe life's all right.
Yeah.
MLA. And you said, life is short. LAS. And then it's
MLA.
LIL. Life is long.
LIF. Life is fun.
Life is fun. WTF. With the flip.
FH.
So then, what was I don't remember what the third one was. Oh, I think the third one was chicken fights. Like somebody gets on someone else's shoulders, but I did not want to do that. I was wearing a strapless bikini. It already came off so many times every time I dove in the pool. So I didn't want to do that. I don't like getting scrappy like that. But it was so funny because my team, it was like this big muscular dude, and he just shoves the girl on the other end to the pool. He was like, yeah, F you. And then the last round was they put like rocks in these plastic cups and put in clear plastic cups and put them around the pool, and you had to dive to get them. But no one had goggles, so you couldn't see shit. And then they were like, yeah, just open your eyes underwater. I'm like, I know everybody's been pissing in this pool. But anyway, I got a cup. And then you got to do what you got to do. I'm a team player. And by some miracle, my team won.
Yeah, you won.
I can't believe that because I don't know how, but it was so fun.
I think that was supposed to be my team.
Yeah, that was supposed to be your team. We were supposed to be sharing a spot. Like, you do 2 events, I'll do 2 events, but then it just didn't happen that way. And we got Greek food. That was so good.
Oh, that was really good.
Oh, maybe we should get Greek food tonight.
Oh.
Ooh, it's almost dinner time.
I saw a Greek place. I hope it's open.
Oh, we should go. Yeah. Okay, Greek food. Throwback. Oh, for our last night together.
Oh.
Do you remember when we met?
Full circle.
Full circle moment.
Because I'm not sure, but
FCM.
I think it's I think it's called Ia. As in, I'm not sure.
Santorini.
Santorini.
So, that was super awesome. Pool Olympics. That was a really good time. And we made so many great friends. Like, there were so many great people at that hostel.
Yes.
And later that night, Minke was not... Or this was a different night, but Minke was not doing well. But there was karaoke. No, it was just an open mic night.
Mm-hmm. I missed it.
But that was good. I went to that. And then Landy... Oh, I wish it... we got to record an episode with Landy.
Oh, my
He's this guy from America, and that boy can dance. Those hips, they do not lie.
It is crazy.
Or if they tell a lie, you'll forgive him. Because he is dancing up a storm. But anyway, him and I had a dance-off. And our very last night in Hoi An, I said I was going to go to bed. And I'm kind of notorious for that, too. Because I'll always say, I'm going to bed. And then I'm up until... I'm, like, the last one awake.
Yeah.
So I went down there in my pajamas. And then some people went across the street to get food, and all of a sudden, karaoke. They're blasting music. So we had the best party ever on the street. The street party. That was so...
Outside of our hostel.
I had one of the best moments when I was singing Flowers by Miley Cyrus, and the boys were just hyping me up, and I was like, I can buy myself flowers. And they're like, yeah, you can.
This is life. Yeah.
And I was like, or any one of you can, but sure. So back to the nightmare. Thinking about the dream, now back to the nightmare.
Yeah. So I got sick in Hoi An because of that banh mi. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm just so sure. It had to be the banh mi.
That was so sad.
And I don't know. I think it was one day, and then after I was feeling kind of better.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we got the bus from Hoi An or whatever, Da Nang, to Dalat,
that bus was so...
back to me now. It was.
That was so...
I think that was just a nightmare.
Really scary. That bus was a 15-hour bus.
Yeah, and it was not comfortable. Feeling unwell, and I was so scared.
We were so scared for our life.
And I just knew there weren't going to be any toilets on the way.
And there wasn't. 15-hour bus, no toilets. And so we would have to get out at these like random truck stops, and all the other people on the bus, because they were local, would just get out, and there would be a bowl of soup waiting for them.
Yeah.
We didn't get any soup.
We did not get soup.
I had a choco pie for dinner, and that was horrible.
I probably had
I think you had an Oreo.
Pringles. Or,
4 Pringles and an Oreo.
Yeah.
Off-brand Pringles, too.
Yeah, and that was enough because I was not feeling well.
No.
And that was also the maniac driver.
Yeah, I fell asleep for 4 hours.
Flipping heck. That was the worst bus ride of my life. He was speeding. That was the Dalat loop. I think it was more dangerous than the Hajang loop, I'm telling you.
I woke up. Minke, what did you say to me?
I said, were you asleep for those whole 4 hours? And she was like, yeah, why? And she just woke up. She was still sleeping. I was like, I was making a guest list for my funeral. Because this guy is driving like a flipping maniac. I was so scared.
It was so scary. I was trying to work on that bus, and I thought my laptop. My laptop.
Chip.
I thought my laptop was gonna fly across to the other side of the bus. And seriously, like, we were just getting tossed around. That was so scary. So then we just got dropped off at a random place at 4 a.m. Also, way earlier than when we were supposed to be dropped off. So we didn't book a hostel for that night because we thought we were going to get dropped off at 7 a.m. And it's like, okay, we'll just drop our stuff off and maybe chill out on the couches in the lobby. But we got dropped off at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So then we find our way to our hostel, and we slept on the couch in the lobby there, and it was actually really comfortable.
It was so nice.
But we didn't just sleep. We slept in.
Yeah, we slept in.
We slept till like 10 a.m. in the lobby. And I heard so much commotion. Like, there's free breakfast in the lobby. And I heard people, like, coming and sitting down by us, eating their breakfast. And we just didn't. I would wake up a little bit, and then I'd be like, not yet.
No.
So not only did we sleep on the couch in the lobby, we slept in.
Yeah. And everyone had breakfast, and there were people sitting next to us on the couch while we were
Nobody
sleeping.
said anything. And also, the thing that kills me about it is that at that point in Vietnam, we were too cheap to book the hostel for that night, knowing there was a possibility that we would get in earlier because things are just unpredictable.
Yeah. I'm glad
that hostel was $4 a night.
I mean, you gotta save money wherever you can. Backpackers.
We're backpackers. Yeah, now that I'm in Bali, I'm eating whatever the heck I want. I'm balling out.
Flipping egg Bali, man.
Yeah,
Not
way
good for
more
the wallet.
expensive, but I can't believe it was only $4 and we were too cheap to pay for it. But King Kong Hostel, that was good. That was a fun hostel. We had a good time.
That attic.
Yeah,
What the
they had like a big party
rave
attic. It was
bunker.
Rave bunker. It's kind of a dungeon.
Yeah.
But
That was pretty fun.
It was nice because that was a good toilet to go poop in.
Yes, that's because I still didn't feel well.
Yeah.
So that's where I went the whole time.
You had to ask reception. Yeah, because you'll never get toilet paper anywhere either. You'll have to ask for it.
Yeah,
And
I came back.
you ask for toilet paper like
10 times.
10 times, and that's not an exaggeration.
No.
Because they're small rolls, and every time that you go,
Just to be sure, you take one because you don't want to be upstairs and then see that there's no toilet
and
paper.
that was such a nightmare, but that was cool. We went to this place called Crazy House, and it's like the house that you think you dream up of when you're a kid, that you're saying to your friends, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have like all these staircases and a bridge from my room to yours, and in the basement there's gonna be a sea dungeon with blah 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 and a club and all that. It was so cool. If you're in the lot, you need to go to Crazy House.
Yeah.
And then there's a place called Maze Bar, which is made by the same architect, and it's literally this underground maze. Like, you could get so lost. It's the perfect nightmare for drunk people.
Nightmare.
Like, that shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be a bar. Drunk people should not be going in there, but it was
That's
so
dangerous. Groups of people come there to play hide and seek.
cool. Yeah, which is so fun. I wish
Yeah.
we did that.
Yeah, same.
But then we were on our way home from there, and we're walking along, and there were so many, like, telephone wires hanging down that I was looking up so that I wouldn't hit my head on an electric wire and accidentally get zzz. And we're walking along, and all of a sudden I just... I fell in a street hole. Like,
was
full
so
on fell. I
scary.
scraped up my face.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that
she
was-
was just whoop, just gone.
Just gone all of a sudden. That was funny, though.
Yeah, that was funny, but it was really scary as well.
And then we made our way to Ho Chi Minh. How did we get to Ho Chi Minh? A bus?
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm so glad to be done with those buses.
Another one, same.
Ho Chi Minh was also a perfect nightmare because it was 35 degrees and our hostel was so dirty. It was so dirty.
Yeah.
And there was the AC, like, it was really cute.
It was
really
beautiful,
cute, but the AC did not reach the cubbies.
No, and it was so small, and I don't know.
It was bad, and the bunk beds were so high. I had to climb a flipping mountain. And it was so hot that I put Tiger Balm all over my body, and I asked for a bag of ice to sleep with. So that was tough. Oh, and when we're not city girls. When we got off that bus at night, at first you were like, I love Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah.
It's so calm and peaceful here. I was like, you are not going to say that during the day. And it's not, because it's impossible to cross the street. Like,
Yeah,
there's
it's chaos.
Constant chaos. And I can understand why people appreciate that, but for me, it just drains me. And I remember we saw one rat, and I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then we just saw so many rats.
Yeah.
I don't know why people love living in a city, but it's not me. So, but yeah,
No,
Ho Chi
same.
Minh. That was the end, and then I got on a plane to Bali, and Minke
Yeah.
went to Cambodia.
I cried.
That was so
That
sad.
was so sad.
But so happy that we met up again in Bali for our last night.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we have been talking for a very long time, and it has been
Yeah.
so much fun, but we have a party to host. We need to go eat. We need to go host our pool party.
True.
I'm so true. Why
You're
would I
true.
lie?
Why would you lie?
We forgot to talk about the Russian guy.
Flip.
There will always be so many stories that we will have to say that we forgot.
We can record 30 episodes and still
but
not have
you'll
covered it
just
all.
be on my podcast so many times that it's okay.
Yeah. Do we need to do a shout out to some people we met? Or no?
Sure, who do you want to shout out?
Flo.
Flo! Our girl Flo. Shout out to
Kirsty,
Meg, Becky,
Maxine,
Maxime and Maxina. Who else did we travel? Flores,
of course.
who we also met in Florence.
Yeah.
And then we randomly ran into him again so many times in Vietnam.
It's so crazy.
Luann and Pierre. So many lovely people. If we didn't say your
So
name,
many.
it's not because we don't love you or forgot. It's
Andrea,
we still think you're legends.
Steffi.
So many people. But that's all we got.
That's all we got.